Nayef Aguerd, among Real Madrid's plans for the winter transfer market. Spanish club. Real Madrid is monitoring Moroccan international Nayef Aguerd, a defender for Real Sociedad, with an eye on signing him in the upcoming winter transfer window. The Spanish giant is looking to strengthen its defensive lines following numerous injuries to their defenders, most recently Eder Militao and Carvajal. Real Madrid is preparing to bring in some signings during the winter transfer window to address gaps in a team competing on multiple domestic and continental fronts. Nayef Aguerd on Real Madrid's radar. According to the Spanish newspaper Fichajes, Nayef Aguerd, the Moroccan center-back currently playing for Real Sociedad, could become a strategic signing for Real Madrid to address their defensive issues in January. The source added that Aguerd is on Real Madrid's agenda following the cruciate ligament injuries that have impacted their defensive stars this season. The site noted that the Moroccan star has quickly adapted to the atmosphere of La Liga this season, standing out for his strength and skill in aerial duels, and his ability to anticipate and lead in defense has contributed to Real Sociedad's solid performance. The report continues that Aguerd's experience in European competitions and his strong defensive capabilities fit well with Carlo Ancelotti's team, which needs a central defender capable of meeting the team's high demands. There is a possibility of ending his loan with Real Sociedad, allowing a transfer to the Merengues, if Real Madrid shows formal interest and decides to pursue him this winter. Real Madrid views Aguerd as a piece that could not only help alleviate the defensive challenges for the Whites, but also add quality to a line in need of stability. Duration of Arnold's absence from Liverpool, and his stance on the Real Madrid clash. English media reports discuss the length of time England's Trent Alexander-Arnold, Liverpool's right-back, will be out following an injury he sustained during the last match against Aston Villa in the English Premier League. According to the British newspaper Daily Mail, Arnold's injury is a mild hamstring strain, with no serious concerns about his condition. Despite this, Arnold is still in the recovery phase and is working on returning to the pitch as soon as possible. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano confirmed on his X account that Arnold will be out of action for approximately 2 weeks due to this injury. Romano mentioned that the player avoided a more severe injury after his early exit from the match against Aston Villa. Arnold aims to be ready for his team's upcoming match against Real Madrid in the Champions League, scheduled for November 27th, after sustaining his injury during Liverpool's win over Aston Villa in the 11th round of the English Premier League last Saturday. Reactions. Real Madrid reveals the diagnosis of Rodrigo and Lucas Vázquez's injuries. Spanish club. Real Madrid announced on Monday the diagnoses of injuries sustained by their players, Rodrigo Goes and Lucas Vázquez. Rodrigo was injured in the first half of the victory over Osasuna in La Liga, followed by Lucas Vázquez, who was substituted at halftime due to an injury as well. It is worth noting that Brazilian defender Eder Militao also suffered an injury in that match, which was diagnosed as a cruciate ligament tear. Rodrigo and Lucas Vázquez out for a month. Real Madrid published a statement on its official website saying, "Following the tests carried out today on our player Rodrigo by Real Madrid's medical services, he has been diagnosed with an injury to the rectus femoris muscle in his left leg." Real Madrid also published a statement regarding Vázquez's injury, revealing that he has an injury in the long adductor muscle of his left leg. According to Cadena Cope, the pair will be out for a month, meaning they will miss the highly anticipated match against Liverpool in the Champions League. In comments from newspapers, after Barcelona and Real Madrid's defeats in La Liga. Barcelona's defeat to Real Sociedad dominated the headlines in Spanish and international newspapers, with the media describing it as a surprise blow to the league leaders and considering it a significant opportunity for their traditional rival, Real Madrid, to re-enter the La Liga title race. Spanish newspapers such as Marca, AS, and Sport focused on the impact of this loss, seeing it as potentially providing Real Madrid with a tremendous morale boost as they seek to close the gap and advance toward the top of the standings.
Vâng, và trước khi tiếp tục video thì các quý vị đang xem video thấy hay thì like, comment và đăng ký ủng hộ kênh với nhé. Một lần nữa xin chân thành cảm ơn quý vị rất nhiều.
Marca opened its report on the match with the headline, Real Sociedad drops Barcelona and opens the door for Real Madrid. The paper described the defeat as a major setback for Barcelona's aspirations to secure a comfortable lead, noting that the gap between Barcelona and Real Madrid has now shrunk to just 6 points, with one game in hand for Madrid. The newspaper asserted that Real Madrid now has a golden opportunity to tighten the gap on Barcelona and rekindle their hopes of competing for the title. Meanwhile, Anonymous focused its analysis on Barcelona's underwhelming performance in the match, writing, Barcelona fails a new test and Real Madrid seizes the opportunity. It's pointed out that the Catalan team did not play at their usual level and that this defeat could lead to increased pressure on Barcelona in the coming weeks. The paper emphasized that the result would serve as a strong incentive for Real Madrid to capitalize on any future setbacks for Barcelona. On the global stage, French newspaper L'Équipe dedicated space to this defeat, writing, Barcelona stumbles and Real Madrid draws closer. The paper noted that Barcelona's loss might be good news for Real Madrid fans, as the gap is now within reach again. It added that Real Madrid now has a chance to rejoin the competition with full force if they manage to win their postponed game. British newspaper The Sun described the defeat as a blessing for Real Madrid, stating that Madrid fans may see this result as a glimmer of hope for achieving something in La Liga this season. The newspaper mentioned that Barcelona's defeat to a strong team like Real Sociedad demonstrates that La Liga remains full of excitement, with the possibility of significant changes in the standings. Italian newspaper Corriere dello Sport also highlighted the impact of this defeat on the title race, writing, Barcelona slips and Real Madrid regains hope. The newspaper stated that Real Madrid could take advantage of this stumble, especially as pressure mounts on Barcelona, who seem to be facing numerous challenges in maintaining their lead. The paper added that this result might affect Barcelona players' morale and increase the difficulty of their mission in the coming weeks. In its commentary on the impact of the match, Catalan newspaper Sport described the defeat as a step back for Barcelona, but it pointed out that the team must stay focused and not allow Real Madrid to get any closer. The newspaper said, the gap is small, and Real Madrid remains a strong opponent aiming to reclaim the top spot. It urged Barcelona fans to trust their team, emphasizing that the competition will remain fierce until the end. On the analytical side, many analysts suggested that this defeat could represent a turning point in the course of La Liga this season. Some argued that Real Madrid has the capabilities and experience needed to narrow the gap and take advantage of any Barcelona setbacks. Analysts believed that the Royal Club would now be more determined to win upcoming matches, increasing the likelihood of an intense race for the top spot. In this way, Barcelona's setback against Real Sociedad turned into promising news in the eyes of Madrid's media and fans, with hopes now pinned on this stumble becoming a starting point for Real Madrid in their quest to reclaim the La Liga summit and revive a new hope in the title race.